Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today what are we going to do? We are actually going to be making a peel off folder. Now this isn't my idea. One of my lovely members, Lily, over on my my Facebook group, made herself a folder just to sit on the desk, and I just think it's such a brilliant idea, and it's one that you don't have to buy either. So I do have ones that I've bought, and I've got quite a few of them, and they're $5.99, and they're lovely and stuff, but they are big and bulky to sit on your desk, and for those sort of for when you're using some, or if there's some that you want to use up. So this is like a little pile of peel offs that I really want to use up. They've sort of had lying around in my stash forever, and as you can see, most of them are nearly empty. So, but wouldn't it be nice to do what Lily's done and actually have a folder sat on my desk with these in? So I'm not 100% sure how she's made hers. Now she said I'll probably do better. I don't think so, Lily. Yours is amazing. So I'm just sort of going from your pictures. So I'm hoping I do you justice. So I've got a 12 by 12 paper pad. This is called Fresh Florals. So I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to take out 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to use 4 sheets. So that gives us 8 pages. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my 12 by 12 trimmer. Let me just move my baby one up the way. And my scoreboard. So we're going to need both. So there's my scoreboard. And then we want the trimmer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down our first piece. I'm going to cut it down to 10 inches by 12. Make sure the pattern's right. So you want it so that the pattern, if there is a pattern on it, so I'll go for this one. So this one's got a directional pattern, and the pattern is down there. So this is the side that we want to have at 10 inches. I've got a little lady trying to get my attention. So that's our first one. And that's going to be in the middle. Then the next one I'm going to do at 10 1/4 inches. And you're probably thinking why, but I will show you in a moment. Then at 10 1/2 inches. And then 10 3/4 inches. Okay, and this one's going to be my front cover. Right, let me just put these down there. So now that I've got that done, I want to bring in my scoreboard, and with all of these pieces, what I want to do is I want to score in the middle. So it's going to be different for each one. So for instance, this one's my widest one. So this is, oh no, it isn't. This is 10 1/2 inches. So I want 5 1/4 inches. So I'm going to put a score line down the bottom of there. I'm then going to turn it, and at the bottom of my page, so again, there's my direction. I want the direction to be this way. I'm hoping that makes sense. I'm going to score at 2 1/2 inches. Like so. So there's our first bit done. So you want to measure each piece. So this is 10 1/4. So I want to score at 5 1/8. And again, we're going to turn it and score it at 2 1/2 inches. Our next piece is 10 inches. So we're going to score at 5. And then turn it. And then score at 2 1/2 inches. And then our final piece is a 10 3/4. So we want to score this at 5 3/8. And then turn it and score at 2 1/2. So that's all of our cutting done. and scoring using our bits and pieces. So I can move that out of the way. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to burnish all of our lines. So we're just going to come in and burnish them in like so. And then what we're going to do with this bottom piece while we've got it, so when you've got it folded in half, where the score line is here, she's really snoring, we want to cut out a wedge just like that. So then this is what we have. So when you fold this over, it's not going to get caught on the seam, and it is going to just fold over really, really nicely. So we're going to do that to all of them. I think she's doing this in protest, you know. I really do. Can you hear her? She's been like this all week. She is, honestly, she's a little madam. So again, I'm just going to cut a wedge out. Okay. And then just like that. Now, that looks as though... Oh, no, it doesn't. I was going to say, if it looks as though it's going to catch, then what you want to do is you just want to take a little bit extra off. But I'm going to take just that little bit off there because it just didn't look very nice. Right. That, much better. Okay. So there's our next piece. And then, again, just going to burnish these ones. Okay, and then cut a wedge out. And always check to make sure you've taken enough, because you want it so that it folds and it doesn't bunch up in that centre. Right, I need to have these in order. So the smaller ones go on the inside. I think this is a larger one, right? And you'll see, hopefully you'll see why in a moment, why I've done an extra 1/4 inch on each one. I was having a play the other day, and I wasn't feeling too great, so I did film it, but it ended up going really, really wrong. Like really wrong. So yeah, but I just wasn't very well, so I wasn't able to work out my measurements or anything, so I thought, right, I'll leave it till I'm a bit better. So now, because I did those extra 1/4 inches, there's no hangover over the edge where we don't have to come in and start cutting at it. So when I did it the other day, I'll do it the other way just to show, like, just to show you what I mean. I think it goes, is that right? Yeah. So when I did it the other day, they were all the same size, and we had this lip over here, and I didn't like it. It wasn't something that I wanted to sort of do. Like, I didn't want that on my... I mean, it's fine, don't get me wrong, it's completely fine. If you want that lip, then you go for it. But I just didn't want it. I wanted it so that we could, you know, it just sat really, really nicely. And the way that I found to do that is just by adding a 1/4 inch onto the other two bits. So as you can see where that is over, that's what it was like when I did it without. And I just think it looks a bit neater and a bit tidier. So that's my take on that. Next up, I am going to grab some thread, because I'm actually going to sew this together. Do I have a needle? I do. I was going to say, I was sure I already had a needle out. And I'm gonna sew this together, just because I think it's going to be a lot stronger. So I'm just going to hold these together. So let me get my drawer back out, because we need a couple of clips. So I'm going to put one on this end, and I'm going to put one on this end, like so. Yeah, I think that will do us. So let's pop that drawer back away. And then I'm going to grab my pokey tool. I'm just going to pop in some holes along the center, and I think I'm going to do should I do 4? Yeah, I'm just going to do 4, and then I'm going to grab some thread, and we don't need too much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 lengths. Hopefully that should be enough. 2, 3. So 3 lengths of the piece that I'm doing. It should give us a little bit extra as well. And then what I'm going to do, now I want to come in from the outside because I want to leave, if there's enough, I want to leave a tail. Because I'd like to put some gems or something on it. And then we're just going to weave this in and out all the way down and then all the way back up. And the knot will go on the outside. So yeah, there's more than enough there. Okay. Right in here. So it's as simple as that. And then I'm just going to grab these 2 ends and we're going to pop in. Let me take them off because we don't need them now. Pop them back in my little drawer. And then I'm just going to pull it up to this, where this hole is. And this is where we're going to put our knot. Take my needle off as well. We don't need that on anymore. I'm just going to put a little knot in. Okay. There we go. And then I now have a choice of what I want to do with my threads. We can either cut them off, we can either add beads to them. The other thing, if I'd left quite a bit on, which actually we could, I can use it as my closure. So I'll get rid of this piece and we'll use this bit as our closure. So basically all you do is, it is quite thin, but it's really strong cord. You just wrap it around and then you just pop that underneath like that and pull down, and that keeps it closed for you. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. Now let's finish this up. So what we're wanting to do is, I'm just going to grab my glue. I take the lid off, and we also need another sheet of cardstock. So let's grab a sheet. Okay, and we want to cut. So I'm going to grab my large trimmer. We want 6 pieces of 2.5 inch strips. So if I do 5, so if I cut at 7.5 and then do 5 and 2.5. Okay. So I've got 3 12 inch by 2.5 inch strips there. That is more than enough to do what we need it to do. Oh, my handle's just come off. I need to remember that the handle does fall off. Right, and then so what I'm going to do first is on these ones, we are going to just glue up those sides like so. So on both sides. And then we're going to do the same on here. So just those side bits. Okay. So that's our first one done. And then we're going to just turn that over. And then I'm going to come in with this paper. And I'm going to mark where it needs cutting, because each sheet is going to be different. So just grab a pen. And we're just going to cut a strip off, so, and then it's so that we can get that extra pocket, and then cut down, and then this then we can stick onto there. So we're just going to stick on 3 sides. Okay, so that's our first side, and by doing this you're not only saving money, but you're also using some of your stash, which I think is just fab. So there we have it, and then we're going to do this side, so glue this side down. But this is going to sit on my desk with peel-offs that I want to use up, and I'm going to reach for this first. So Lily Rose, thank you so much for this idea. Honestly, you're going to be helping out a lot of people, that I do know. So I'm just going to do the same here. So we're just going to mark it. So like I said, just have yourself 3 strips that are 12 by 2.5 inches. and then just mark as you go of where you want to stick it, because I think the measurements always end up differently. Well, they did on the last one, so this is the way that I'm finding easiest to do. And then we're going to stick that down. Now, they will fit the peel-offs as long as you don't go any smaller than the 5 inches or the 10 inches. The 10-inch piece of paper, your peel-offs will fit perfectly. I wouldn't suggest going any smaller than the 10 inches folded in half. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. And then again on this side, so I think I'm going to have this one with this pattern. And again, I'm going to mark it. Now, if you want to, you can put them on the outside of your piece, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to have everything inside of this. Okay, so then stick that on. Okay. And then we're going to go onto this side and then glue this side. So you can really see that they are quick and easy to make, and absolutely perfect for storing your peel-offs in. I really do recommend it. So I'm going to go back to the centre. I'm going to go on the other side. So I'm going to take this piece and mark it. And then get that stuck down. Okay. So just like that. So there's that bit. And then I'm going to do the same here. Put just on these two sides. Okay. Then I'm going to grab another piece. And again, let's measure it up. And then put that down. But I definitely think that the amount that I've used, so the 4 sheets, is definitely enough. I would maybe say you could add one more sheet to it, but I think for something to sit on your desk, you don't want it like super bulky. And the good thing about these as well, you should be able to put more than one peel off in each pocket, which we will try once we go. So there's that one, and then do this one. Okay, we are nearly done. So again, put glue on 3 sides. And I'm trying not to put too much glue as well, because we don't want like loads to overflow from it. Okay. There's that one. And then the final one. Okay, so let's stick that down. Oh, I love that. It feels lovely. And like I say, that can literally just sit on our desk, which I probably will. I'll probably put it down the side of my inks, so that it's always there ready for me to use. So let's grab those peel-offs and let's have a look and see how this fares. So we can just pop them in, and I mean, I could put all my gold into one. So I mean, there's 3 in there. Put a couple of purples in. So you can see you're getting quite a lot of room. Now that one's quite a tall one, so maybe put that one in here. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting a lot of room within this within the what do you call it, the folder. So just sticking them in like so. So I've got loads of room to put more in. So I mean, I've got the gold, and then we can just flip through like that, which makes life so much easier. How cool is that? How awesome is that? And so I think I'm going to go through my my stash and see what else I can sort of pop in there. And then we'll just pop that in there and pull it down, and that keeps it shut for us. So there you have it. That is our peel-off folder inspired by our lovely Lily Rose, who is over on my Facebook group. So thank you very much. Yeah, I really do appreciate you sharing it with us. So I hope I've done it justice for you. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you make one. Yeah, because I do think it's a handy little thing, and it also helps us use some of our stash. I'm going to fill this up. You're going to probably see this quite a bit because it's going to have all my peel-offs in that are nearly finished, or that I've had a while and want to use up. So yeah. The other thing I might do is I might make a Christmas one out of Christmas paper and put all my Christmas ones in there I want to use up for next year. So yeah, it saves me buying, so I don't think I'll be buying any more folders. I think I will be making them. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to come and join us on our Facebook group, loads of ideas, loads of inspiration. Well, all the girls and boys, I'm going to say girls and boys because we do have some male members, which I am super happy about. Yeah, their inspiration is just amazing. You should see what Alan's been doing as well with my collection over on there. Unbelievable. So many wonderful things and stuff that I would never have ever thought of. So I'm going to have to pinch a couple of his designs as well, I think. But yeah, do come over. The link is in the description box below. It's right at the bottom where it says follow me, or yeah, there's my email, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. So yeah, do go down there and come over and join us and see all the inspiration. We do run monthly challenges as well, but they won't be coming back until February next year. I run them February through till November, where you get a chance to win some goodies, and it's a bit of fun as well, and again and it's not difficult. So normally I think what was the last one that we did, it had to be winter themed. You could make anything you want but winter themed, so you don't have to stick to paper crafts. You can do whatever you want as long as it's got a theme of winter. So that was the last one that I did, and the entries were fabulous in that. So yeah, so do come on over, do come and check it out. We would love to have you there and love to see you. Yeah, and it's also a really lovely community to be in. Oh, I love them all. I love all you as well. You're all my crafty family. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for today and for watching this video. Please do give it a thumbs up. Please do share. Please do like. Please do comment. Honestly, it all really helps. If you're not a subscriber, I would love it if you could please be a subscriber. But yeah, that's it for today. I will see you again in another video very soon. But until then, happy crafting everyone. Bye.